Okay, I feel like I've been in a little bit of a rut recently, and today I think I can muster the energy to sort of get out of it. So let's do it. But as always, first things first, coffee. All right, that was a quick hiatus because I had a client consultation, which went really, really well. It was really nice to chat to her. I'm gonna sort this out, not significantly because I'm still dealing with a lot of psoriasis around my face. Not even focusing, it's probably a blessing for you guys. I've been doing a lot of stuff to try and minimize the impact that things are having on my skin. Oh, put you there. I just want to make myself feel a little bit more alive. I might sort my hair out a little bit and just do something with it, I don't know. And then I'm gonna tidy up the house a little bit because it's a little bit messy. Just a little bit messy. So we'll crack on with that. Let's go and have a look. Let's at least put the straighteners on. It's a good place to start. I think also today I need to continue hanging up some photos. I still haven't hung up a lot of the artwork in this house, and I have so much of it. Well, it's not loads of it lying around, but a lot of it's just sitting here, and I need to actually get it up on the walls and be able to enjoy it. Why is there climbing stuff in the office? My life is in mess. Oh, that's something else I need to do. Well, we'll come back to it, but I need to put stuff in my calendar because in an effort, again, to feel better, I have been trying to break my tendency to become a recluse and basically go and see my friends because I feel like I've really isolated myself recently just because I feel like, firstly, I don't want to be an energy drain on other people. I'm always in the pursuit of being a radiator, radiating energy, making people feel better. And at the moment, I feel like I'm just negative and a drain, and I just don't want to be that person. So I basically have been not talking to anyone, and it's really not helping the situation. It's not helping the situation at all. So I reached out to a lot of my friends, and we are putting things in the diary. I'm already feeling better about the fact that I get to see them. So the POA is, first things first, sort this out. Second, let's tidy the environment. I heard something recently and I feel like it perfectly sums up how I'm feeling at the moment. And that is, if you had a sick fish, would you medicate the fish or would you change its water? So look at your environment. I'm not spending time with the people I love and the people that inspire me and motivate me in a messy environment. Maybe it shows how I feel, but it's not helping me overcome it. And thirdly, I just don't feel inspired or motivated by it. So those are the things we're going to work on. And then thirdly, we're going to put things in the calendar and get organized and do some work because a rolling stone gathers no moss. I think I literally look exactly the same as I did before. I'm gonna put some moisturizer on. So I'm just gonna use whatever I picked up, which is the Aveeno Calm Restore Oat Gel Moisturizer. I don't really rate it, to be honest with you. And I'm gonna avoid any part of my face that has broken skin. So it's basically here down. And my ears too, but a little bit of moisturizer. And then I don't really wanna put anything around my eyes. Do the neck as well because I'm nearly 35 now, guys. I'm nearly 35. And then finally, what I will do is, because actually this makes me feel a little bit more alive, is I get some liquid blush, and I just put a little bit here, so a little bit of blush, and a tiny bit. I have it in here somewhere. There we go. Tiny bit. Create the illusion of a jawline. Also, I saw a comment recently on one of my videos about these glands, not in a nasty way, and I genuinely appreciate that everyone's looking out for me. They were just saying, had I had them checked out? Yes, I have had them checked out. When I got these, which was about 1.5 years ago, I had blood tests, nothing came of it. And then I had them scanned, and they're literally just my submandibular glands, and they just decided they want to pop out. So now I have that as a part of my facial feature. And I don't love it, but there's literally nothing I can do about it, is what I was told. So I've just accepted that is my fate. All right, that is it. I'm gonna get changed. Thought I'd get changed into something a little bit less baggy, just as a start, and reached straight away for a big baggy t-shirt. Are we surprised? No. Are we disappointed? Yes, but kind of just gonna run with it. And also wondering whether I can get away with wearing exercise shorts and a baggy shirt. I'm at home. The only person judging me is me, my cat, and all of you guys. And we're all friends here, so I think it's okay. Right, I have just finished another client call and I am going to do a baking. So welcome to another episode of Baking with Lucy. To spare you having to watch the entire thing, I'm just going to use the magical video and have the finished product. But before I do that, I'm going to show you what I'm making. I'm making fudgy triple chocolate cookies. And just like that, ta-da, it's as quick as that. All done. I actually don't know how this recipe came out. They kind of came out quite cakey. I don't think that's really what I was expecting. But anyway, I'm dressed. All my work calls are done for the day. Josh has come home. Hugo's chasing a light over there. And we are about to head over to the gym for a workout. Oh, he's given up. Cali tonight. So pull-ups, dips. I don't know how my body's gonna handle this, but good morning. It is a new day and it is day 2 of trying to get myself out of a rut. So this morning, the plan of action is to get going with some work, like actually get the ball rolling and start to feel like I'm making some headway. To do this, I am going to go to a cafe because I work so much better in cafes. I've spoken about this loads of times. Just because I'm self-employed, I just get distracted at home doing other things. And when you're in a cafe, you kind of have to sit at the table. You can't just get up and walk away and leave your stuff. So I just focus a lot better. And also being around other people makes me work better. And for that reason, I'm also going to co-work. So one of my friends, Mary, is going to come and meet me at some point and we're just going to work at the same table. We don't talk to each other. We just put our headphones on and work away. We don't even do the same jobs. But the fact that there's someone else there working just helps me work a little bit. And also we're taking off the connection thing as well because I get to see a friend and have a quick catch up with her as well, which I'm very, very excited about. So I'm going to head up there now. It's actually like a 25-minute drive back to where I used to live, back to my old haunt. And then I'm going to see what I'm going to do for the rest of the day. I'm thinking because I'm up that way, I might go for a climb as my sort of form of movement for the day, but I also might play squash later. I've not decided yet. Maybe I will do both. We'll see how I'm feeling. But the first thing is I've got to go and get a heck of a lot of work done before I do anything else. So let's go do that. Good evening. It is now 9 p.m. Well, that's not going to show up. It's 9 p.m. and I am home. I had a very productive day. I think the key was working with a friend. I think being out in a cafe and then working with someone else was just chef's kiss. I got so much done. So I'm feeling good about that and that's definitely helped heaps. So I actually feel like I've had a little bit of social interaction as well, which has been really good. I then came home and, get rid of that, sorry, I'm making my dinner. I came home and went and played squash, which was alright. Very hard on myself and I felt like my brain wasn't switched on today, which was annoying me. But nevertheless, it was fun to get out and do some exercise and definitely welcomed to move my body after sitting at a desk all day. So I did that and then I did a little self-care activity and I did some fake tan. I haven't had fake tan on in ages and I just thought, you know what, it will make me feel better. So I did that and I am now making my dinner like I said. So I'm having pretty much a standard dinner for me. A big old salad, some chicken, some soup and some bread to go with it. And that is pretty much going to be my evening. At the moment I am rewatching Sex and the City. I'm introducing Josh to Sex and the City. So we're watching that in the evenings and we're making some good headway, I must say. We get through like 2 episodes at least a night, usually 3. So we're doing good in that regard. So that's probably going to be the plan of action for this evening. And then for the rest of this video, I'm going to pop on tomorrow morning and we'll have a little summary, a little recap of everything. And then I'll let you guys get on your way. But for now, I'm going to cook and I'll see you guys in the morning. Alright. As I promised, I am back. It is yesterday's morning. No, it's today. It's a new day, and I thought I would just come on to summarize this video. So if you didn't want to watch all the vlogging and me trying to avoid having a bit of a mental breakdown, then you can just skip to this part and I will put it in the timestamps. But if you're already here, it's kind of too late for that. Anyway, I'm waffling. I've made myself a few notes to kind of summarize this video and to give you a little bit of a tick off idea or itinerary of things to do if you're feeling in a rut. And the first one is changing your environment, thinking about that fishbowl analogy. And I think a lot of the time people often think about escaping their problems, going away, booking a trip, and you know, don't get me wrong, I do that a lot of the time, but ultimately if you change where you are without dealing with the problem, you are just in a different place, maybe a nicer place, but with the same problems. So actually look at your environment around you and think, is it fostering the ability to work on things that maybe are challenging you? Is it bringing you energy? This is a huge one that I do. So when I journal, I try to think about 3 things that took my energy the day before and 3 things that gave me energy. And a lot of the times, things that I list down as taking my energy are having a messy, disorganized home, not being on top of my work, or maybe not being on top of my chores, or feeling like there's a lot of paperwork in my mind that I need to file away. And so I can pinpoint those things and then act on them, and nearly always straight away I feel so much better and I like a weight is lifted off my shoulders. So changing your environment and just being aware of it. And also, while we're on the topic of it, I've mentioned this before in a few videos, but be mindful of what you're consuming. And I don't mean what you're consuming through food, and obviously that is important. If you're just giving yourself stuff that's, again, draining your energy, not making you feel good, then you might want to adjust that a little bit if you can. But thinking about what you're consuming visually. What are you doing? What are you listening to? What media are you exposed to? Are you spending a lot more time on social media or watching things that actually when you walk away you feel more and more drained of energy, or you don't feel motivated and inspired? I know this is something that we can easily fall into, and then obviously that can then lead to the comparison trap. So think about it. Am I spending way too much time on social media? Am I spending too much time watching really bad reality TV, which is just people yelling and arguing? I totally do this, where I notice it after a while, my mood starts to get affected if I watch too much of that stuff, or if I spend too much time on social media. I start to self-doubt, I start to hate on myself a lot more, and I have to really rein it in a little bit. So turn your phone off, stop spending time on those apps. If you need to, download apps that block you from going on those. Maybe even doing things like a social media audit might be something that's going to be helpful. Number 2 is the power of connection. So if you have the ability to connect with family members or with friends, then try and do that. As I mentioned, I have this tendency to become a bit of a recluse and isolate myself in the times where I am struggling, because I don't want to have an impact on other people. But ultimately, if those people care about you enough, you will never be a burden on them. It really is true that a problem shared is a problem halved, and nothing cannot be solved. So just reach out, and you don't even have to talk about your problems. It could just be a nice distraction. But make some plans, even if it's a small coffee, and just stick to them. Even though you probably in every ounce of your being don't want to go, or you might be like me and one of those people that makes plans and then regrets it when it actually gets to the time. You nearly always, I would say, you probably always feel better afterwards than you did before going in. Number 3 is doing something you love or having some time for some self-care. So through this video, I did some baking, and I also put some fake tan on. I tried to put some clothes on and make myself look at least a little bit presentable. And honestly, it makes a huge difference. I swear to God, I think they should do research on me, because there's something about putting on normal clothes and just putting on some moisturizer and brushing my hair that makes me so much more productive and just feel better. And I know that we all know universally that if you just make a little bit of effort, wash your hair, wear some nice clothes, whatever it might be, that you genuinely feel better about yourself. So make the effort. Even when you really, really don't feel like it, it can help so much in just getting you out of that rut. And lastly for this video, even though there are so many more, we're going to talk about movement. I try to get movement in every single day, and to me, it can sometimes actually become a distraction method rather than something that's good. So it can be a balancing act between movement being something positive and being something negative. But getting some type of movement in can make so much difference to your mood. You get those endorphins flowing, you just feel like you're getting out of your environment. If you can do some movement outdoors, amazing. If you can do it socially within a group, signing up to a group fitness class, going meeting a friend, going and doing that yoga class that someone keeps inviting you to, then even better. But even if it's just by yourself, just simply moving your body, following a YouTube video, doing some stretching, going and doing a dance class, going to the gym, whatever it might be, has so many benefits. My one piece of advice here would be though, if you really are struggling, don't go in with the expectation that you are looking for a performance or to see progress with your training, or that you want to be optimally training, because that's not what it's about. It's simply about moving your body just to feel good, to do something that might pull you out of that routine that you've kind of been falling into. Just getting some fresh blood pumping around your body, and you just don't know the effect it could have on your mind. In all honesty, if we're talking really, I have been really struggling for the last couple of months, and I've really tried to keep it to myself a lot, because I have that mentality of I can not burden anyone, and it will pass, it will get better. And a lot of the times it does, and it just takes some small efforts to pull yourself out of it. But sometimes it's hard to see the wood for the trees, and obviously in some circumstances it's really important to seek professional help. Years ago, when I had clinical depression and anxiety, I was referred to a psychologist, and I saw him for 3 years, and I've mentioned this in a few videos, and honestly it changed my life. So I would recommend therapy to anyone, even if you are in a good place in life and everything is great. It's always nice to have that external person who's impartial to be able to talk to, and also to be able to understand your thoughts and feelings. But it's even more so important if you really are struggling, because I know how much energy it feels like it requires to then go and seek out a psychologist or a therapist, and then to go through the whole process of therapy. But honestly, it can actually change your life. So please never hesitate to reach out to someone. I know it's not always available to everyone wherever you are in the world, but even if you just speak to someone in your life, you never know the difference it can make. And actually, as I'm filming this, it's Suicide Prevention Awareness Day. And so I just wanted to give you a gentle reminder that obviously I'm always here if you ever need someone to talk to. But more importantly, you just never really know what's going on in other people's lives. So please be kind to those around you, and be kind to yourselves. And if there's one thing that you take away from this video, I would love you to go and check in on the people in your life, even the ones that look really happy and like they have no problems in the world, and just ask them how they are and make sure everything's okay, because you just never know. Asking the question might change someone's life. But anyway, I'm gonna leave you guys with that. Thank you so much for watching this video. I will hopefully see you guys in the next one, and I hope you have the most beautiful day. Bye.